How y'all doing, everybody? For those of you who do not know, my name is Sai, and today we're going to be reacting to the third album that I've done by Hungry Lights, Three Gods and Me. Now, these are concept albums by Justin Bonnets. You might know him as the singer. I almost said clean singer. He does everything. He's the singer of Tala. This is his solo project. It's a concept album story shtick. And last we left off, his character had just been set on fire. This character, I believe the name is Prill. Not a great place to be, considering in the first album he was killed or attacked by a sea monster. Then in the second album he was set on fire. Here on the cover art he has a spear driven through him. He has some tough times in these albums, but they're slowly making him go crazy, so I'm very curious to see how we're going to end up, which means that we're not wasting any more time. Let's hop right in, guys, with Aphotic Currents 3. Now, the Aphotic Currents songs, they're always orchestral pieces, so I assume this will be an orchestral piece. Oh, we're building up pretty quickly here, goodness. It's got that Jungle Book feeling to it. Very, very bouncy and tribal. A little xylophone on the left here. It is very Disney. This is super Disney. Holy shit. Foreboding Disney, but it is Disney. It's so catchy. Like, it really does sound like it could be a straight up Disney song. It's pretty great, actually. Now we're getting the proper lead up into the album, maybe? Perhaps? I'm gonna sound like a fucking super nerd by saying this. This reminds me of Kingdom Hearts a little bit. I've always thought that a little bit because of his aesthetic, because like he wears that little crown and everything, but actually gonna get that Aphotic Currents a fucking heart right there. That's an A. That's beautiful. For Miles Down. That is definitely the best Aphotic Currents so far. A plus. Little bass line here. There we go. The tried and true Hungry Lights guitars. Let's go. Got the hip hop coming. His singing is vastly improved on this record. I'm starting to see a little bit more of that Tala sound, actually, or refinement, I should say. I love these little lullaby chimes here. Yeah, so he survived the sea monster and he survived the burning. And he just got his daughter back. Okay. That was how to do progression perfectly. That is another A plus on this album. That was awesome. It's so understated in the beginning, and there's just a quiet murmuring rap, and then the way it blew up at the end. Fucking good shit. Reflaugh. Oh, someone's gonna catch some hands. A lot more hip-hop influence in this first part of the album so far. Yeah, this is... It's a lot of really quiet, muted elements, unless my headphones are just not working. What? I should have known some shit was coming when I saw these lyrics, but... What am I listening to? Because now we have this like really musical shit. The same song. S. That was fucking... Wow. Next song, The Thief. And then we're coming in with them fucking super pleasing fucking technical, whatever the fuck you call it, guitar bits. Yes. That my brain isn't even working after that. That was... My chair started levitating. I have liked the last two Angulates, but this might be fucking annihilating them so far. Holy shit. This song is fucking amazing. Spin kick to the face. Stepped on it a little bit. But even like without the heaviness, there's just so much going on. Fuck. Core. What? I like how he says unpredictable and then this happens right there.
It's uncanny, yeah, but that's how I present myself. Myself, I just straight up lie. Cause I ain't looking for no means to escape. But Mrs. Hunter, I know you see me die. It's not the way.
This is so good. He's the absolute mad lad, yeah. There's... I'm broken. S. Shit, it's not even over. S. Oh, it's not over yet. I keep giving it an S prematurely. Fuck, though. Fuck. I think we just have an intermission. I'm counting that. S. Yes. But we're really bringing back that Aphotic Current sound? We're really going in for story tie-ins now, alright? We're off to a really strong start. You could still... We have a lot of album to go through, but we're off to a fucking start, that's for sure. That transition, though. I see you with that transition, though. Okay. So he's getting better at realizing the story within his work, too. I feel like we're really jumping up in quality here. I like the guitar line right there. Even here, like, his singing has a whole lot more diversity and almost power to it than the last two albums have had. There's a little bit more nuance and care in the whole thing. Random Spanish. I'm not even shocked anymore, honestly. Like, he just did that and it just glazed past me because it's like, okay, yeah, sure. He's speaking Spanish now. After the Jamaican patois, I'll fucking take anything. Or patois. I don't know how to say it, dude. I feel so bad. I don't know how to say it. I think they're just fighters, like it's like a gladiator fight almost. I like how you can just tell when the fighting starts too.
Okay, so now, are you ready to get your mind fucking blown? Because this is where I'm gonna fucking blow your fucking mind.
I'd like to take a moment to address how fucking good I am. What did I say last week? Or not last week, last time I listened to Hungry Lights. What did I fucking say? He has died at the end of every one of these albums, and then he's not died. We are addressing that now. We're fucking addressing, like, he just died again. But not. Like, he's getting fucking wrecked by all this shit, but he's not dying. He's feeling something that he's never felt before. He's feeling like he feels like he's just won. Oh, we hit PG-13, boys. He said a potty mouth. He said a bad word. Like, he just won this fight and he's like, I can do anything now. The bass. Yeah, it feels like a lot of his storytelling tactics are introspective storytelling, even on Mitrilogy. you're not hearing events. You're hearing what he thinks about the events. He's really laying into the southern twang on this one too. Like, I feel like he was starting to explore certain themes of the second album, but he's just taking full reins of them and powering through with the hip hop and the southern twangs and the different genre bends. Wow. Okay, sorry. I was trying to listen to that. Usually I don't really like the songs as much when they're just songs serving the story, but I feel like here they're being executed a little bit better. I think everything's being executed just a little bit better on this record. We're winding down a little. Like, you got the mortified singing, but it's kind of picking up the sound of the first two albums a little bit more directly now. Again, I feel like this song is just, it's serving the story, not so much the story going with the song naturally, if that makes sense. Like, it feels, on another album I would say it's filler, but since it has a purpose here, I can't call it filler. I have to give the credit for the guy's performance, but it's a very long song though, so we could be seeing some shit go off here. Not sure. Wow, the first squad was 8 minutes too. That flew by.
You got to break that rock, consequence, suspense, and we dance, cause no one could ever tell me. I can show you all my dream. I can hold myself above you all inside out. So there is nothing else to say.
That felt good. That brings it up a few points already. Loving that guitar work. It's very quiet, very subtle, but I love it. Okay, I think I'll give that one. It was going lower for me. I think we're moving it back up A-. There's a lot of this song I wouldn't come back for, but there were certain parts, like that beginning refrain, that hit really well. It's a really great emotional ascent from that low, understated rapping to the full-on screaming and crying out. There's a lot to like and a lot that I wasn't a fan of at the same time. So A- on that. Piano with the guitar lead in. Very nice. Little electronic instruments sprinkled.
I got nothing to lose, but we'll take existence from me. You could
Oh, that bit of drum was so good. It ended too soon. Yeah, this. Damn, that bit's awesome. I wish it didn't drop out right there, man. We just kept that momentum going. The choruses are so much better executed than the other two albums so far. They really are. They're so catchy and well sung. All the different synths and pads going on, really setting this song apart. I really like this song.
Like my own, I shouldn't be ashamed. Her loss is just a price of power. And if my gods fall on my own, maybe I won't.
Damn, dude. Without the grit and everything, with everything stripped away, his singing's so good. Fuck. And he beat the second god. He didn't seem to want to beat her for some reason. He seemed very reluctant in that fight. This song is that's another S on this album. Thank you very much. That was beautiful. That had so many different unique elements done so well. Alright, Unfront has a challenge. God, clean fucking transitions all over the fucking place. God, I love it. Alright. Clean guitar. Bit of a 90s drum build up here. Way more hip hop elements here. Ooh, my sleeve. Holy shit, we're already almost done with this album. Wow, okay. Good lord. Did not realize that. This is, yeah. I think it's safe to say this is crushingly his best work so far. Get that funky Uriah Scent guitar going. Let's go. This is a very interesting story change here. This is very interesting.
When I try to look outside myself,
He's got crushed again. I think it's becoming a meme. I feel like by the 4th album, I should be taking some drinking games. Every time Krill gets fucking wrecked by something, take a shot. Because I feel like we're definitely amping up that story theme of Krill getting annihilated. What a mess. Oh, it wasn't even the fight. He was just fucking with him before the fight. There's Aphotic Currents again, let's go. Yeah, Reflaugh loses his fucking head. 3 gods and me. I'm not quite ready to give that one the heart. That's an A. It's still an A for me, but I feel like it doesn't quite have the wow factor that the other songs have had so far. It's still incredibly solid, and there's still very many standout moments in it. And so far, we have not had even a meh on this album. It's been nothing but fire. Okay, so he revived again. So I've had a little epiphany. So his voice, he's always had a bit of an accent. He's got a bit of Jamaican accent and a little bit of twang to it as well when he's singing. I feel like in the first 2 albums it was holding him back a little bit, but here he seems to be having more command of it. I love how that comes in. You witness my strength, and then the song just crushing. That tired, barred, almost drunken ramble singing is back. He hasn't used that as much in this one. It's a very thematic sound. What do you desire, bro? Yep. That is very consistent with the themes of these albums so far. This is the crux of his entire character arc, is, you know, he is really in it to be recognized as a hero. He's really in it for pride. He hunted down that monster for his pride. He went to go save his daughter for his pride. He's involved himself in this battle for his pride. 3 Gods and Me, that's another A. I'll check the plus on there because the build-up moments are really good. It's a big story song. Yeah, simple music sense. Ooh. The orchestral elements here are really well used, just in this spot specifically. I'm really a sucker for his softer tone singing. You don't hear it very often, especially in like their more recent like Tala work. You don't hear it at all. It's an unorthodox voice, but you can really tell that he's just excellent at it. A little tampering, a little wiki, alright.
There's so much that I had, so much I couldn't see. I'll make this real, 'cause that's who I am. I laugh in the face of disgrace. No, I've come way too far. I'm not being shut down by these fears. I'll repent after all.
Every time I start counting a song out on this album, it redeems itself by the last chunk. They have got... I can see why. It's like, it's a moment that even though this person is crazy and horrible, it's relatable. It's a very triumphant moment, you know? He has gone through so much shit to get what he wants, and what he wants is petulant and childish. Don't be mistaken. He is out for a prideful, selfish, terrible journey. However, anybody can relate to struggling through such an ordeal and coming out on top. A+. The songwriting is just outstanding on this album.
Summer disgrace. I felt like I was on top of the world. Didn't follow the outside the way so cold. The sun was coming for me. Not to
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good right there. He just fucking killed Reflaugh. I don't know why. I do not see the reason why, but he has definitely just done that. There's a reason on Genius, but I'm not cheating. But judging by the lyrics alone, I cannot figure it out. But apparently, he demanded some money. He's like, fuck you, dude. I killed them, I'll kill you too. Ah, this is a change. We're ending on a high note. Somewhat. And I'll speak of that somewhat when we're discussing the album in whole, but... Ah, the guitar! Oh man. The best parts of this album don't last long enough. That's my only complaint, is they jump so back and forth that they get a really, really, really good beat going, and they're already off of it by the time I get to enjoy it. But I'm glad to see you, man. Pulled out that spear. This, that. That is such a noteworthy lyric. Not just for the story, but for real life. And I'm gonna leave that highlighted actually on my screen here, so we can talk about that later. But let's finish this out first. So we still got about 4 minutes with no vocals. This is still a high note for him. The problem is a high note for Prill is not necessarily a high note completely. Like, a high note for Prill, since Prill's kind of a selfish fucking brat, is not necessarily a good thing for the rest of the world. This is almost like we're seeing a villain be made right here and now. Did I say A+? Did I say A+? I said A+, didn't I? S. This little fucking quick play spot, man. Yes, sir. Oh fuck me! This is the best ending he's done yet. Best album he's done yet. Fuck me, that was easily the best Hungry Lights album so far. I have not heard Madura, obviously. We're gonna be listening to that tomorrow. But fuck me. That was an excellent, excellent album. That was Hungry Lights. Three Gods and Me. What do I think about Three Gods and Me? I think, again, like I said just 5 seconds ago, easily the best Hungry Lights album so far. But there's reasons. Because it's not like he's really cracking the formula or he's really changing it up an absurd amount. In the second album, he did. So the Uriah Ascent had a very medieval Tool with some aggression thrown in towards the end, for sure. That was the overall sound of the first album. It wasn't super varied. It had its sound and it stuck with it. The second album threw a wrench in the system. There was a lot of electronic influences and some hip-hop hits here and there, but it felt like towards the end of that album, we were going back to the tried and true formula, and it was, again, sticking to playing it kind of safe-ish. It had these elements of weirdness to it. They didn't really want to commit to them. This album, by comparison of those two, absolutely blows by, despite being pretty much the same length. That is because there's so much variety here. He's really laying into those electronic and hip-hop influences, mixing up his accents, his singing styles. It's clear that he's come into his own. He knows that the sounds that he was hinting at with the second album are definitely the sounds he wants to bring as the mainstay going forward. And that's not to say he's throwing out the old sounds too. He's rolled them all in. It's mixing in a very organic way, and I think it just contributes to a much easier listening experience. The storytelling is also a lot better. It's aided a little bit by the interludes with some of the announcer speaking about certain events, but even like his diction and his wordplay are a little bit less emotional and obtuse. They're a little bit more rooted in the grounds of the story, so it's kind of easier to follow what's going on. Here we see it's different. The last two albums, like I said when I reviewed Heavy as the Crown, he's died at the end. He's supposedly died, and I thought that was going to be a theme of Hungry Lights, was he metaphorically dies and then for some reason he's back to life, and it's not really. It's almost like an anthology sort of thing where we get, this is Prill's adventure, he dies at the end. Now we're going to have a new adventure with Prill. He dies at the end. It's become a story plot, the plot thing here. He is aware that he's supposed to be dying. And even for a moment, it looks like he kind of does. Like, it looks like he finally gets smacked down for the last time. but through his own sheer will and constitution brings himself back to life. Now, The Heavy as the Crown had a lot of sulking, for lack of a better word. The character was whining a lot. There was just a lot of introspective regret and why am I doing this? Why am I like this? I'm gonna keep doing it, but why am I like this? You know, and I've dealt such a shitty hand for myself. Damn it, phooey! How dare I? That's a little bit in the first half of this album, but by the end of it, he's really stuck to his guns. He's really proud of what he's become. Despite the fact that some would say what he's become is not necessarily a great thing. What is he proud of ultimately? He beat 2 people in an arena and killed another. He threw himself into that position for no good reason other than to suit his own pride. But now that he's come out on top, he feels like he's pulled a spear out of his life, that he's really seen his direction in life, and he's freed himself from all other influences. Now, his daughter is not really directly mentioned that much here, so I'm kind of wondering what's happened to the poor girl. But you know, he doesn't care. He's killed Reflaugh. His life is free. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. And I'm sure we're gonna explore that theme in Mudu Ra 2, which is the final Hungry Lights album that's been released so far, and I believe he has one more in the works, but it's not out yet. What else can I say about the story? I think, yes, Hungry Lights. So, Lazy Jake, the gentleman in my Twitch chat, has just asked me, what do I think Hungry Light is? And I gotta be honest with you, I'm not perfectly certain. I feel like it might have something to do with everything's been driven so much by desires of his own. Like he's always hungry for something. He's always yearning for something, reaching for a light, but it never seems like he can ever really get it. This is the first album where it feels like he's gotten what he wants. And yeah, so ultimately, that's a very well-taught story. There's a lot more diversity in the album. This is getting dangerously close to being perfect. We're getting a grasp for how talented he is. It's definitely not S tier for me, but it is getting really, really, really close. We're putting it at an A+. Number score, I'd say like 9.6. There's still a bit of filler issues here and there, and I feel like the songs where he's not experimenting a whole lot are not doing a whole lot on their own. So he's still got a tiny bit of room for improvement. However, overall, still fucking excellent. Still worlds above the other 2 albums. In fact, listening to this album might actually affect my opinion retrospectively of the other 2 albums. Just because, fuck me, dude. That was just amazing. That is really the pinnacle of what he wants this sound to be, as far as I'm concerned. I could be eating my words with the next album. Who knows? But I think I've ranted enough about it, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm going to stop recording here. And for those of you watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching.